Hey there! Welcome back to the Biofield Hacker channel. As always, before we dive in, just a quick note, and I know you probably get sick of hearing this, I get sick of saying it. I'm not a medical, psychological, legal, or financial expert, nor do I claim to be. Let me start this video by saying that I know the title and what we're chatting about today. Happiness is a choice, may be controversial, and for some of you even triggering. But fully hear me out before you fully decide. So what is happiness? With some topics like this, I just like to quickly Google definitions. So let me share with you what the extracted AI on Google provided. Happiness is a state of well-being that combines the experience of positive emotions with a deeper sense that your life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile. So let's assume that the definition I just gave you is good enough correct definition of the collective body of wisdom on the definition of happiness. If you think about that, really think about it, it's truly based on your definition of choice. So let's dissect it a little. The first part says it's a state of well-being that combines the experience of positive emotions. And I'm going to stop there. So I would ask you, aren't you choosing which you filter those experiences and situations through in order to have said emotion? Again, because I didn't say it very well. Aren't you choosing which filter you filter those situation and experiences through to have said emotion? And then you experience it as such. So innately, you're actively choosing by what you think and what you're making said experience mean in your head. Or in worst case scenarios, allowing emotional reactions to be experienced based on your own experiences or emotions from the past. So in essence, you are choosing the state of well-being that experiences either positive or negative emotions, right? You're actively choosing, whether deliberately or reactively. So now, for the second part of that definition that talks about your emotional experiences combined with, and I quote, with a deeper sense that your life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile. So again, I ask you now, what enables that deeper sense of goodness? What defines meaningful? What defines worthwhile? Well, candidly, you actually own that too. That deeper sense, whether in thoughts, feelings, communications, or actions, guess what? They're all generated by you. You judge your experiences through your own lenses of good, meaningful, and worthwhile, and then react accordingly. And you judge yourself accordingly. It's both perception, and perspective, easy for me to say. Now, I'm not suggesting by any means that you control all the shit that life throws at you. You're human, and the full spectrum of emotions is a huge part of what makes us human. That said, however, you can choose how you react, emote, and the lens through which you decide the meaning about it and how it impacts your daily life. So I would challenge you, as I try to do myself daily, to make the choice of abundant happiness. Easier said than done, I know. Believe me, I know. But let's talk about it. In order to choose happiness, you need to define what it means to you, and then come from a mindset of abundance and knowing that you have everything at your disposal to curate it. Yes, you. Don't overly complicate it. Base it solely on you, as it shouldn't depend on the actions, criteria, or expectations of anyone or anything else outside of you. It solely rests on you, so own it. If you're not happy, that's on you. If you're happy, that's on you. It's kind of binary. Once you define what happiness means to you, and then make decisions and take actions that are always aligned with your own definition and decision about happiness, without wavering, no exceptions. And you have to know how you define it for yourself, because without intention, as with anything in life, if you don't innately understand what you're trying to create, what the vision is, How can you ever take small steps to bring that into reality? It's the equivalent, and this is albeit a dumb analogy, but it's the equivalent of saying, I'm hungry, but never being able to decide what sustenance your body needs in order to satiate the hunger. So you never decide what to eat. So the hunger continues to grow into starvation from this stagnant, non-actioned neglect, whether explicit or implied. Again, I know dramatic, but it gives you a good visual, and I find visuals sink in. So that brings me to today's field hack, and I would suggest taking your time to answer these questions. Walk away from them, let your brain work on them while you're doing other things, and then come back to them. The first question, what's your definition, true definition, of happiness, according to you? Number 2, if you agree with the general collective definition of happiness that I gave you, that we started with on this video, how do you define what makes life good, meaningful, and worthwhile? Number 3, what in your life is currently blocking the experience of positive emotions, joy, contentment? And number 4, which is tied to that question, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with all the answers today that you just thought of to curate your own happiness? And number 5, although it's not really a question, it's a bonus tip. If you struggle with this at all, I would highly recommend paying attention every day and getting in the habit of observing and soaking in the small moments of beauty and peace and joy in your life. And do a list of what you're grateful for daily. Even if the first day you just start with one thing. Believe me, it gets easier. Master yourself, master your happiness. Happiness, as it is in the title, is a choice. And I hope you make it for yourself, because you deserve it. Until next time, take care.